Stop. I want you to look at the numbers on your blood pressure monitor. Is it reading 140/90? Or worse, 160/100? You feel that tightness in your chest. You feel the pounding in your ears. Doctors call this the silent killer, because you can feel fine 1 minute, and the next, a delicate vessel in your brain bursts. The standard solution? A lifetime prescription. ACE inhibitors. Beta blockers. Pills that make you tired, give you a dry cough, and drain your bank account. But what if I told you that the most powerful compound for relaxing your stiff arteries wasn't synthesized in a lab? What if it grows on a bush? What if there was a simple, ruby red tea that costs pennies and has been proven in clinical head-to-head trials to work just as effectively as pharmaceutical drugs? In this video, I am going to show you how to use hibiscus tea to drop your blood pressure in as little as 30 minutes. But be warned, if you brew it the way you brew regular tea, it won't work. And if you add the one ingredient most people add, you will actually destroy your heart faster. First, you need to understand why your pressure is high. Imagine your arteries are garden hoses. When you are young, they are rubbery and wide. Blood flows easily. But as you age, a hormone called angiotensin II acts like a giant clamp. It squeezes the hose. When you squeeze a running hose, what happens? The pressure skyrockets. The water sprays hard. That is what is happening inside your veins right now. Most blood pressure meds act as ACE inhibitors. They simply remove the clamp. Here is the miracle: hibiscus contains natural compounds called anthocyanins that act as natural ACE inhibitors. When you drink this red liquid, it sends a chemical signal to your artery walls: relax. The clamp releases. The hose widens. The pressure drops. It is that simple. But it does something else too. It acts as a natural diuretic. If you have high blood pressure, you have too much salt holding onto water. Hibiscus acts like a gentle, water pill. It tells your kidneys to flush out the salt and the excess fluid. Less fluid in the pipes means less pressure on the walls. This isn't just folklore. A landmark study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology pitted hibiscus tea directly against Captopril, a heavy-duty prescription drug. The results shocked the medical community. The tea lowered blood pressure just as effectively as the drug. But there was one massive difference. The drug group suffered side effects like dizziness and fatigue. The tea group? They just felt better. Another study from Tufts University showed that just 3 cups a day dropped systolic pressure by 7 points in 6 weeks. That is enough to lower your stroke risk by double digits. But you have to treat this like medicine, not a beverage. Here is the protocol. If you miss this, you are wasting your time. Rule number 1, ditch the tea bags. Tea bags are often filled with dust and low-quality leaves. You need the dried calyces. That is the whole dried flower. You can buy a 1-pound bag online for the price of a coffee. Rule number 2, the extraction. You cannot just dip it in hot water for 2 minutes. You need to boil the water, pour it over the flowers, and cover it. Let it steep for at least 7 minutes. You want the liquid to be a deep, dark blood red. If it looks pink, it's too weak. The medicine is in the tartness. Rule number 3, the fatal mistake. Do not, under any circumstances, add sugar. Hibiscus is sour. It tastes like cranberry juice. Your instinct will be to dump 3 spoons of sugar in it. If you do that, you trigger an insulin spike. Insulin stiffens your arteries. You are taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. If you need sweetness, use stevia, monk fruit, or a stick of cinnamon. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar, so it's a double win. So, how much should you drink? Aim for 2 to 3 cups a day. 1 in the morning to open your vessels for the day. 1 in the early afternoon. Avoid it right before bed, or the diuretic effect will have you waking up to use the bathroom all night. And a serious warning, this tea works too well. If you are currently taking high doses of lisinopril or other meds, you need to monitor your numbers closely. If you add this tea on top of your meds, your pressure might drop too low, and you could get dizzy. That is a sign it is working, but it means you might need to talk to your doctor about lowering your pill dosage. You do not have to live in fear of the cuff. You do not have to accept that aging means a slow decline into a pillbox. Nature has given you a tool. It is cheap. It is delicious. And it works. Put the kettle on. Steep the red flour. And watch those numbers fall.